Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Dani Changg. So today I'm here with Nick Wavy.
What's going on?
So why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
I'm a YouTuber. I live in Toronto. I'm 26. I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's all that really needs to be known.
Okay. So I'm gonna also have his information in the bio, so check him out. And today we wanted to talk about, is cheating enough reason to end a relationship? So, since you're the guest, I'm gonna start with you. So, do you think that cheating is enough reason to say, like, I'm out, like, I'm over you?
As a man, yes. I feel like, and I know this is where we can get into our debate, right? This is where we get into our debate. I feel if a woman were to cheat on me, I feel like there's two types of cheating.
Okay, let's hear it.
First type is physical cheating.
Okay.
And the second type is emotional cheating.
Okay. I have heard that, and I somewhat agree.
Yeah, so I feel like the emotional cheating, for me personally, emotional cheating would hurt more than physically cheating. Because physically cheating, you're just stabbing me one time, you did it, it's done, that hurts. But the emotional one is kind of like a slow stab because you start thinking so many things. Or it's like
multiple, like...
Yeah, it's just like many times just getting stabbed and just like...
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this? Why do you feel this way? And emotional cheating, in my eyes, is when your partner has feelings for someone else while still with you. And then physical cheating to me is just, doing whatever you do one time.
So, I feel like guys always have this excuse for cheating. The whole physical and emotional. Because what they say is that when women cheat, it's emotional, right? Is that your logic?
Can I explain why?
Okay, go ahead.
Because I feel... Actually, no. I'm not going to explain why. I'm going to let you explain because you're the professional.
No, I'm just out here. I'm just trying to say, like, I'm not saying I'm the professional, but I'm just saying that that's a common thing I hear from men, and I think you ladies can agree with me, that men often say they claim the reason why is because, when women do it, it's emotional, but really and truly, I think both are cheating. I even think for myself, I would be more upset if it was emotional as well, right? But that's because of these things we have in our head that when men cheat and it's just like, they say, it was just a beat, I didn't even care about her, I don't even like her. Like, what I mean?
Which honestly is 9 times out of 10. I don't want to speak for every man, but 9 times out of 10 from the guys I've spoken to that may have cheated, it's never emotional. I've never heard an emotional saying, I still love this girl, so I did it. I've never heard that once.
So with you guys, it's just an ego thing, and just kind of to get it in, maybe you were horny, whatever, the opportunity presented itself, and that's what happened.
But I feel that's also a sign of insecurity, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because your ego's not that important. What's your ego gonna get for you?
Nothing. Your ego actually ruins a lot of things.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I also reject the notion that every time women cheat, it's always... You think it's always emotional?
Yeah. Literally every time I've heard of a girl that says she cheated on her man, her man wasn't treating her good.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never heard a girl say, he was so sexy, I just had to do it. I've never heard that, ever, personally. There's always some emotional backstory, like my man's not treating me good.
Yeah.
I tried to talk to him, he's not listening.
Yeah.
This guy here is telling me all the right things.
But then if she cheats on you because you're not treating her good, then shouldn't you accept some of that responsibility?
You guys should just broke up. You should just break up one time. But it's easier said than done.
But if you cheat, they should stay though.
No, I don't believe in cheating.
Okay.
But sometimes when you're in a relationship, things can start going back and forth, and it can get kind of hectic, and you lose track of the type of person you are and the end goal, and you just be like, wait, what am I doing right now? You get caught up in it.
Yeah, for sure. Is cheating enough reason to end a relationship? Okay, you're saying yes, essentially, because you're a man, so you're saying on a man's end, you're saying it is.
It has to.
I actually don't think so. I think it can sometimes expose weaknesses in your relationship, and often when people cheat, I do kind of agree with what you said in a sense, because I do think that when women cheat, there is something that the man's not doing. I think a lot of times the man's not really treating them the way that they would be treated, right? So I think it's also a time to recognize that and be like, you know what? I've actually know a girl who she did cheat on her man. She did tell him, right? and he actually did forgive her because he realized that he really wasn't treating her good. And so I actually, some people would say like, wow, like, you know what, like, I give him daps because you know what, he's very mature to realize that, yo, I've been treating her not the best for years, so let me take this L and forgive her because she still wants to be with me and continue on in our relationship.
I don't know, that's hard. I don't know if it's because I'm 26 or if I'm still young, but I feel like there was still a better way of handling that situation than cheating.
But if you cheated, would you expect the girl to leave you?
She could.
She could.
She could.
But you would hope that she wouldn't.
Of course. I would hope that she wouldn't. I would hope that she would see things from, I would feel bad. That's the thing. You only feel bad when you usually get caught.
Yes.
You know, when you're doing it, you already know what you're doing. And when you get caught, oh wow, that was actually so wrong of me. I try not to be a hypocrite. I try to look at myself, I'm a fair man.
Yes.
You know, so if I do something to you and you do it to me, what am I gonna say? You know?
Oh, so you might forgive her if you did it as well?
No, no, definitely not. Definitely not. But then I would also be accepting of the fact that if I did it and you were to leave, I get it.
Okay. Because I would honestly say that for me, cheating is not enough reason for me at this age to leave a relationship. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Don't get me wrong, if our relationship is already shit, okay? Absolute shit, and I'm already kind of on the brink of leaving him anyways, then, the cheating just gave me a perfect reason just to say I'm done, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm going to leave. But if he cheated, I find that he's very remorseful. He says, you know, this wasn't an ongoing thing. This was a one-time thing. And I'm pretty sure that it was a one-time thing. He's remorseful. And in every other way, he's treating me well. Like, you know, financially, like, you know, he's taking care of me emotionally, you know. Physically, he's, like, in all those ways, he's taking care of me. I probably would forgive him, to be honest. If it was an ongoing thing, hell no.
Yeah.
But if I really felt like this was a one-time thing, you're truly sorry, I believe you won't do it again,
True.
I'd be willing to forget.
And I feel like has a lot to do with putting your ego aside. Because as a man, if someone were to do something with my girl, I can't. I can't, because you represent me. I can't have someone out there saying, yo, I did this to Nick Wavy's girl. And not even just Nick, just in general. Anyway, I can't do that.
But you say you said Nick Wavy, it is so true. Guys are such, like, with guys, it's such an ego thing.
It is, but that's why I also reverted my statement, said just Nick in general. Even me as a person, like, you represent me. Yeah. And I can't have just that it's an ego thing. It's as a man.
It's 100%.
It's an ego.
Thing.
Some men have really high egos, and some guys can contain their egos. But regardless, every man has an ego. Yes. It's all a competition.
I think men's ego is very fragile. That's what I think.
Of course.
Honestly, because I think.
Of course.
Like, don't get me wrong, I think there's a difference between a woman being, like, really assessing the situation and realizing, or maybe she even realizes, you know, maybe I, you know, didn't do enough for him in this way as well, right? Yeah. Just having that ability to be able to reflect and actually think about the grand scheme of things, and is this enough to end my relationship?
Which is mature. Which is,
yeah,
that's mature. It's mature.
But I think there's a difference between the woman who takes back this guy after doing it like 10 times, like that I don't think is mature anymore, me personally. I think that's dumb. Like, I think at that point you probably have low self-esteem, you probably have other issues you need to explore as to why you think that type of treatment is okay. Because I think at that point it's not really mature, it's just kind of, you don't think that you deserve better.
Yeah, you know, it's good to talk about it from a woman's perspective versus a man's perspective, because if it was me and a guy talking right now, we'd be like, yo, if a girl cheats, it's done. I'm not double thinking anything. Whereas two girls, you could actually like, wait a minute, we don't have egos necessarily. Let's think about this logically and see why he did it. But I don't know, me personally, I feel on both ends, cheating should not be an option. I feel like cheating is just something that can ruin, for me personally, everybody's different, but can ruin the friendship that we may be able to have if our relationship doesn't work. Yeah. You know, because I feel like just the cheating is just disrespectful. Like, you diss me and you hurt me. Yeah. You really hurt me. Yeah. You know, and even though I may have hurt you too during the whole process, of course.
You did say that if she did it, you would understand that you wouldn't want her to.
You have to be fair.
But you would understand.
Can't be hypocritical. A guy could be, but no one should be.
Yeah, guys, no one should be. Definitely are. Let's be real. Well, those same boys who are saying, yo, I'd leave her, they probably would want their girl to forgive them if they did
Of course.
Or they probably have done it and have gotten forgiveness.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It really begs the question, like, why we as women are so much more, forgiving,
I think it just goes down to nature, the woman's nature and the man's nature. We as men, we deal with a lot, and at the end of the day, we do have egos. Okay. I'm not saying women don't deal with a lot. I'm not saying women don't deal with a lot.
You deal with a lot.
I'm just saying we deal with different issues.
Yeah.
And as a man, I feel like we have to provide. We have to do good. We have to be a king.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just, I'm starting to learn that us men, a lot of pressure that women may not really understand, because you guys look at things in a different way, a different perspective as us men look at things.
Oh, I think women also have their fair share of pressure as well. But I understand what you're saying about men, though. Men are expected to be the providers, are really expected to take care of their girl in the home and So it is a lot for men to do, for sure. But I think women also have their whole set of
Of course,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
The stereotypes, the roles that they're expected to fill,
100%.
Having to forgive for
you don't have to.
stupidness. Or
you don't have to.
They don't have to, but they choose to. Whether it be for that they see overall this guy is a good guy, or for their family.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're able to forgive, it's also a decision that you're making for yourself, which could be logical or it could be stupid. Because I've forgiven before. For being done wrong.
For a girl cheating on you?
Yeah, I've been cheated on before.
And you forgave?
We weren't really together. But I was emotionally invested at that point. It just wasn't the official title.
Okay.
So I was at the point where I'm just like, shit.
Oh, so you are able to kind of forgive.
And you have to put your ego aside. But now that I look back, I don't think I really forgave. Really forgiving is just like
moving forward.
And moving forward. I'm not bringing it up again.
Yeah.
And I'm able to say, okay, I accept your apology in the moment, but let's say we have an argument next
Down
month.
the road.
I'm gonna remember you did that to me. I'm like, you did that to me and you just did this on top of that? That's not really forgiving someone,
no,
right?
It's not.
That's just putting a band-aid on the issue instead of really.
But I think everyone's somewhat guilty of that, of bringing it up.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not to, especially when something similar to that situation, if that comes up again, it's like you're like, oh, how can I trust you?
I know that, but that's why I say cheating is not the answer, because if you do that, that's permanent damage that may never be repaired.
And to the relationship.
So even if you stay, you love the person so much, you now have that baggage that you guys have to carry for however long, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, there's situations where, I may have been immature in the past, where I'm playing games too.
Yeah.
But in reality, I should have been like, okay, wait, hold up. I'm a kid. I don't need to play these games.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
And now there's no baggage. There's just the baggage on her end, and we now have something where there's just not as much baggage, and she'll be able to reflect on it and be like, oh my gosh, he's not playing this game with me? I gotta fix up, and then she would fix. But then me, if you're playing the game, now I'm playing the game, we're just playing games, I'm an ass and you're an ass and we're just asses. And no one's gonna get better, no one's gonna learn.
Yeah.
So that's just how I view things. Cheating is just extra baggage. You don't want any more baggage in the relationship.
Cheating, yeah, I agree with you.
My opinion.
It is extra baggage, and I also feel like it kind of signifies, I think, like the potential end to your relationship. I think, especially, I don't know, I think it's a sign that your relationship's not in a good place.
For sure.
So
I'm sure you've been in situations where you're in love.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking about doing anything.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to slime cross in your mind.
Oh yeah. When everything is good, that's not even in my mind. That's not even in my mind at all. And honestly, I'm a person who I can say like cheating, it happened once, right? And I think really at that point the relationship was already over. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
It was already over. We were still kind of there, but.
Not there.
Really not there, You're emotionally checked out already.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
So I feel like that's what cheating kind of signifies to me, at least for women. And women, you can let me know in the comments that this is the same for you. But I feel like once I do that, it means that I almost don't even care anymore once I cheat.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. because it's not something that I do, because if I am in a relationship with someone that I love and want to be with, it wouldn't even cross my mind.
Of course not.
And I think that's why it's so hard for me to understand when men do it, but I don't think it necessarily has to be that for them, as you were saying at the beginning.
What do you mean?
Like, they don't necessarily have to be checked out in order to cheat.
Definitely not. I've never met a man that cheated that was checked out. Not even once. It's just like an ego thing. I've never met a man that said, look,
So you guys are sick.
not sick, but I think it's sick if you're emotionally checked out and you're still with someone, so we can agree to disagree.
Yes, but it also depends on how deep you are in it. If you all have kids, if you all have shared property,
that's
if
deeper,
you all
I'm
are married, various things are going to make it a lot more difficult to just be like, okay, bye.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? If you're just in a relationship, you're not living together, you don't have no kids, yeah, just leave.
Yeah, it's
just
easier
leave.
said, yeah, easier that way.
Yeah. Anyway, things for you to think of for your future.
You too. I hope you too as well. I hope you too as well.
Yes, no. See, I'm trying to school the young ones, right?
I would like to think that I'm speaking some type of fact.
No. He is. You totally are. I'm just joking with you. But yeah, so I really want you guys to let us know in the comments, do you think cheating is enough reason to end a relationship? Would there be other factors and considerations that you would take note of before you make that final decision, or are you just like Nick and his boy, where you'd be like, nah.
It's done. Egos are checked in, and it's over.
Yeah. So definitely let us know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for tuning in to Dani Changg.
Yes. Catch y'all next video.
Never thought I could be so unselfish, 'cause I gave you everything. Gave you all that I had, now you want someone else.
Because I was gonna say, should we do two intros, one for your page, one for my page? So you're just gonna post it on here?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so really nice. Okay. I'll have to remember when I'm big, to help you guys too.